You know that one friend, right? The one whose home is just immaculate, always. It's not like they're scrambling before you come over, it's just their default state. And you have to wonder, how on earth do they do it? Do they have more time, some secret reserve of willpower, or is it something else entirely? Well, let's get into it because the answer is not at all what you'd expect. So yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? What's the secret sauce? What separates the people who seem to effortlessly maintain order from the rest of us who feel like we're just constantly fighting a losing battle with clutter? It's a real mystery, but the psychology behind it is absolutely fascinating. Okay, first things first, we're all thinking about this the wrong way. We look at a clean house and we think, wow, they must have so much discipline. But that's the myth. The reality is, these people aren't just tidier. They're running on a completely different operating system, psychologically speaking. It's a fundamental shift in mindset, not just more elbow grease. So let's officially put this myth to bed. This whole idea that some people are just born tidy or have more grit, it completely misses the point of what's actually going on in their heads. And I mean this literally. It's not just a nice saying. Their brains have actually forged a different relationship with their physical space. They've built this feedback loop where their home works for them, not against them. Look, it's not about secretly loving to scrub floors. It's about having this deep, subconscious connection between their outer world and their inner peace. To really get inside their heads, we first have to understand the problem they're solving, often without even knowing it. We need to talk about the hidden mental price of a messy room, because believe me, it's so much more than just being ugly to look at. All right, let's get into a key concept here. Cognitive load. The easiest way to think about it is this. Your brain is like a computer, and it only has so much RAM, or working memory. Every single thing you have to think about, make a decision on, or just remember to do later, it all takes up a little bit of that precious processing power. And this is exactly how physical clutter turns into mental clutter. Every one of these things, the dishes, the mail, the clothes, your brain sees it as an unfinished task, an open loop. Each one is quietly whispering in the back of your mind, hey, you should probably deal with me. It all adds up, constantly draining your mental battery, even when you're not actively thinking about it. And look, this isn't just a feeling. This is hard science. Researchers at Princeton University actually found that a cluttered environment bombards your visual cortex, literally forcing your brain to work overtime just to filter out the noise. Your messy room is actively competing for your attention, making it physically harder for you to focus and get things done. So if clutter is mental chaos, then order is mental calm. And this brings us to a much deeper psychological truth. See, cleaning isn't really about getting rid of dirt. It's about taking back control. And even more importantly, it's about building your identity. Think about it. So much of our lives feels, well, out of our hands, right? We can't control the traffic, the news, or what our boss is going to do. And that creates this low-level hum of anxiety. But your home, that's your domain. You can control that. Every time you tidy up, you are reinforcing what psychologists call an internal locus of control. You're sending a powerful message to your brain that says, right here in this space, I'm in charge. And it all starts so small. It starts with one single action. Every time you make your bed, every time you wipe down the counter, you're not just cleaning, you're casting a vote for the type of person you want to be. You're creating one tiny piece of evidence. Now, when you repeat those small actions day after day, that evidence starts to stack up. And your brain, which absolutely loves consistency, starts to connect the dots. It starts to update its self-image of you. You stop being someone who is trying to be tidy, and you start becoming someone who is tidy. And this right here, this is the final magical step. Once that new identity is locked in, the behavior becomes automatic. You don't need willpower anymore. You keep your space clean simply because, well, that's who you are now. Your identity is now driving your actions, creating this amazing, self-sustaining loop. So the whole game changes when you realize that people with clean homes aren't winning a daily, brutal battle of willpower. No, they've been much smarter. They've removed themselves from the battle entirely by building a system. Let's think of it this way. Discipline is like your phone's battery. You start the day at 100%, but every decision you make drains it. By the end of the day, you're running on fumes. But automation, that's like having a solar panel. It just runs. It powers itself. So when you see that person with a perfectly clean home, you are not watching discipline in action. You are watching a finely tuned system of automation. So the big question is, how long does that take? Is this some lifelong sentence? Not at all. A landmark 2009 study found that on average, it takes about 66 days for a new behavior to become a true automatic habit. The goal isn't to force yourself to clean forever, it's just to be consistent for a couple of months until it doesn't require force anymore. Okay, so that's the psychology, that's the why. But what about the how? How do we actually put this into action and build our own cleaning system that runs on autopilot? It's actually pretty simple. First, shrink the start. The secret is not marathon cleaning sessions, it's tiny acts of maintenance. Catch the messes when they're small before they become monsters. Second, stack the habit. Link a new tiny cleaning task to something you already do without thinking, like wiping down the kitchen counter while your coffee brews. And third, and this is crucial, make it enjoyable. Your brain avoids pain, so put on your favorite playlist, listen to a podcast. Turn a boring chore into a little ritual you actually look forward to. But when you zoom out, this is about so much more than just a tidy kitchen. This last piece of the puzzle is about elevating the entire conversation, because how you maintain your home is really a profound statement about your own personal standards. Just let that sink in for a second. Your home is a physical expression of what you believe you deserve. When you take care of your space, you are sending a powerful, constant message to your subconscious that you are worthy of calm, of order, and of a beautiful place to recharge. It stops being a chore and it becomes an act of self-respect. So let's end with a simple challenge, just a little experiment. Pick one small space. That's it. Maybe it's your desk, maybe it's just the kitchen sink. For the next 7 days, just focus on keeping that one tiny area clean. See how it feels. Because remember, this was never about the clean room. It's about proving to yourself that you're the kind of person who shows up, one tiny action at a time. What do you think you might discover?